Hello, good morning, everyone. I'm Angela from SBM Crusher Company. SBM is the largest manufacturer in China. We have 30 years experience in the crusher and grinding mill. And today I will introduce our exhibition room here. And here, following is my contact information. You can find me by WhatsApp, by mobile phone number, and WeChat. Also, the email is working. So if you have any questions or if you have any problems about the crusher machine, you can contact me anytime. I will do my best for you. And you know, we have more than 200 engineers in our company can provide the technical support for you. So today, let me introduce our crusher machine. For the complete crushing line, you know there are many machines for the feeder, jaw crusher, impact crusher or cone crusher, and vibrating screens, yes? So today, now I will introduce the first machine, vibrating feeder for you. See, we have many types of vibrating feeders. We have the F5X and the GF. What's the difference for these two vibrating feeder? It depends on the capacity and the working site conditions. For example, for the GF, this is also our grinding, this is our vibrating feeders. But for this one, usually we use this one under the 240 ton per hour capacity line, and this one used to installed in the mobile crusher. And here, this one is our F5X vibrating feeders, and this one usually used in high capacity for the 300, 400, 500. As you know, we have 30 years experience. We have many types of different capacity machines. So from the 20 ton per hour machine and 1000 ton per hour machine, we can produce any one you want. And this one used for the big capacities. Here, let me show the detailed parts for the feeder. See, this is our springs. There are many different spring types in China and in the world. And now we are using is rubber type together with the springs. This one, the working life is very high. You know, for the complete for the complete crushing line, what's the main point? It's the working life and the spare parts, yes? If the spare parts have some problems, you need to change, and it will take many longer times to change it, and it will, it will cost some monies to maintenance it. So when you choose a good crusher, you have to consider the detailed spare parts. And here, we have the tool range. For the, you can see the yellow parts. This is a bar. Some customers' raw material have many clay or the dirty parts or small parts they don't need. We can use this bar to sieve it out. This way, please. Here is our jaw crushers. We have three types of jaw crushers: P series, PW series, and the C6X series jaw crushers. For the PE is the traditional jaw crushers. Now here in our exhibition room, we just showed the PEW series and the C6X series. No matter this, no matter which series in our exhibition room, both we have the hydraulic systems. There is our PEW hydraulic jaw crusher. What means for the hydraulic? Hydraulic, it means that we have the high-tech knowledge, hydraulic adjust system to adjust the final product size, and hydraulic lubrication system. Lubrication system means that we have there are many gear and some parts in the machines. We need to push the oil or the gears into machines to make sure the machine is working good. So we have the hydraulic lubrication systems. We don't need our workers maybe for 1 day or 2 days push every time, maybe take 30 minutes or 1 hour to push the gears. We have the lubrication system. We just have one small box, and the worker just push the burner. it doesn't take 10 minutes or 20 minutes. It's finished. It's very convenient for the workers and for the customers. And here is our C6X jaw crushers. This is for our new technology. And the biggest capacity, this model can reach 1,000 tons per hour. Now there are many Chinese customers because now Chinese government is asking for the high capacity machines. So many Chinese customers using these machines, and also some overseas customers are looking for this type. I will introduce what's the main points. Here you see, this one is a special designs. For other machines, we need to make the foundations. Foundation, we have two types, the concrete foundation and the steel foundation, yes. No matter which types of foundations, we have this part. So just to make sure the base is strong enough and put on the top. So no need to make the foundations. For example, for the Africa customers, they have many, the concrete and cement is very expensive, and sometimes it will take long times to prepare it. So use these types, we can reduce the foundation times. And here, this is like the polyurethane, and this is a softer connection. There's no much noise. And this yellow colors, this is also hydraulic adjust system to adjust the output size of the jaw crushers. And what's the main points is, here you see our motor is installed together with the jaw crushers. In this way, we can save the machine space. And here, we have the covers. This cover is for the wheel. Jaw crusher have the wheel, two sides have the wheels. We have the covers to protect. When the jaw crusher working, the wheel is working. It's fly, and the RPM is very. For example, maybe for 200-ton jaw crusher, the RPM is 200 and 220. It means that it's working very hard. Maybe some workers need to check some parts. He will go out or go top of the jaw crushers. We have the covers can protect the workers out of dangers. Okay, and let me introduce the secondary crushers. For the secondary crushers, we have two types, the hydraulic impact crusher and the hydraulic cone crushers. Why have two types? Because the raw material is really different. Sometimes the customer material is limestone, sometimes maybe granite or river stones. So different machine, we have the different suitable machines. Here is our hydraulic impact crushers. Like the soft stone, gypsum, limestones, they will use the hydraulic impact crushers. Why this have the hydraulic? The hydraulic this have hydraulic opening cover systems. No matter which machine need to change the spare parts, yes. For the impact crusher, the impact plate and the hammer, we need to change maybe 5 months or 10 months or 1 year. We need to change one time. And when we change the spare parts, we need to open the cover and take the rotary out. And I will show you what is a rotary, and I will show you how to change. For the impact crushers, this one, impact plate. And here is the hammer. We need to change these two parts. Yes, these two parts. And when we open this, if you don't have hydraulic systems, you need to have the maybe 3 workers or 4 workers, and you need to run the crane to open this cover and take this rotary out. If you use the hydraulic system, you maybe need 30 minutes to take this rotary out. But if you don't have the hydraulic systems, you need to have the crane, and maybe you need to rent the crane. If you have the crane, there's no problem. But if you don't have, you need to rent it. Maybe it will take half days or 1 day, and then the crane is come to your working site, and then you ask your workers to take the rotary out. Maybe it will take another half day or 1 day. For example, 100 ton per hour crushing line, the capacity for 1 day is at least 1,000 ton, and 2 days is 2,000 ton per hour. You should calculate for 2,000 ton per hour how much money you can save it. And if you have the hydraulic system, you just need 1 hour or 30 minutes, and how many times you can save it. Yes, so when you choose a machine model or choose a machine type, you need to consider the most important thing is the convenience and the spare parts working life. Okay, and this one is also our hydraulic impact crusher. What's the main difference? This one is for high capacity or big capacity crushing lines, and we have 2 motors. The shaft is bigger than the traditional one, and no matter which machine or which type we will use Siemens brand motors, and for the gears, for the other parts, we will use high quality brand spare parts. Okay, and here there is our hydraulic cone crushers. Hydraulic cone crusher is usually used to crush the hard stone like the gravel, granite, river stones. And this one is the HPT series hydraulic cone crushers, and we have many customers using these types of cone crushers. For me, I'm working for Asian customers like the Malaysia, Vietnam, and Philippines, Indonesia. These countries, we also have the branch offices. We have 33 offices in the world to provide the technical support and after service. So if you have any questions in these countries, you can contact our branch office to ask them provide the service for you. And if our company SBM don't have the branch office in your countries, no problem. You can contact me, and I will introduce you to our technical engineers and through this problem for you. And for me, please remember, I'm Angela, and you can find me by WeChat, WhatsApp, and email. So you are welcomed anytime. For the hydraulic cone crusher HPT series, we have the hydraulic system. Open the cover very easily. And for these types of crushers, we have the PLC control systems. PLC control systems means that when the machine working, this system will report how the machine is working, maybe, and give you a report to tell you how many times this machine is working, and when you need to change the spare parts, and if there's any problems, this PLC control system will tell you what's the problem and how to solve these problems. So it's very convenient for the customers and for the engineers to find the problems if there are any problems. And it's very easy to see machine performance. And later I will show you our detailed parts of hydraulic cone crushers. And here, this is a small model of HPT cone crushers. We have the steel structures. We can provide a steel structure for the customers. It's very beautiful and very nice. And this is very strong. We pay attention on the quality. We provide we have 30 years experience. We must to provide the high quality machine and high quality service to the customers. We don't want to have one business or two business. No, we are looking for the long-term cooperation. And here, I introduce is another type of hydraulic cone crushers. This one is HST. What's the difference with HST and HPT? From the outside, you can see HST have 1 cylinder and HPT have the 2 or 4 cylinders. This is the main, you can see the difference from the outside. And the another difference is HST is usually used for the secondary crusher. This is usually used for the coarse crushing. And HPT is usually used for the fine crushing. It means that this one uses the secondary and HPT used for the tertiary. Here, I show you the different model of HST. we have from the 50 ton per hour to 500 ton per hour HST hydraulic cone crushers. So no matter which capacity you want, we can provide a suitable one for you. We can choose a suitable one and make a suitable design for you. Of course, we will provide our best qualities. Here, I will show you the hydraulic cone crusher inside, like the shaft, concave, and the gear. You know, for the machines, the most important thing is the high-tech knowledge and the detailed spare parts. Here you see, this is our hydraulic cone crusher shaft. You can find that this shaft is much bigger than Euro, yes? Why this shaft is very big? Because, you know, hydraulic cone crusher, the RPM, I mean the working, how to say? RPM is very high. For example, for HPT 300, the RPM is 400 per minute. So it means it makes sure that the shaft is strong enough and the power is very big. So the machine capacity is high and can get very good shape. Yes, here, and I will introduce our gear. You see, this gear is a little different from the Euro. This is another types of gears. This is a very important point. This is a superior gears. Superior gears means that when two gear, big gear and small gear, when working together, superior gears can get much more closer than before, and there's no noise. Okay. See, you can see the cylinder. This is a big model of HST hydraulic cone crushers. And when we provide to the customers, we have the hopper. See, we have the hoppers. We have hopper to make sure that the machine material is feeding in the middle of the machines. In this way, we can make sure the capacity and make sure the machine is working very good. And after the secondary crusher or tertiary crusher, maybe some customers need to get some small size or fine size, like the sand, 0 to 4.75 millimeters sand, like the Vietnam, for example. There, the government is not allowed to take the real natural sand from the river. So we need to have a good solution to help these customers to get the sand. Now we have the VSI sand making machines. VSI sand making machines, we have 3 series, and from the 30 ton per hour for 30 ton per hour to 300 ton per hour, no matter which capacity, we can provide the suitable one for the customers. And this VSI crusher, we can make the sand, and also we can use to make the shaping. Good shape, like the cubic, like a ball. So what's the difference for the shaping and for the sand making? The RPM is different. For the sand making, the RPM is a little fast, and for the shaping, the RPM is a little low. When the customer give us the orders, we will make sure. We will check with the customers. This one is used for the sand making, or this one is used for the shaping. And after confirmed that, we will talk with our factory and to make sure that the machine is suitable for the customers. See, I will introduce the hydraulic system again. In the VSI sand making machine, we also have the hydraulic systems. So I have already talked many times about the hydraulic system. This one is very, very important for the customers and to change the spare parts. You know, no matter what kind of machines, we cannot make sure that we don't need to change the spare parts. Maybe long times, maybe 1 year or 1.5 year, 2 years. You have to change the spare parts. So this hydraulic system will help the customers to change the spare parts very well. And yes, this way please. I will introduce inside. Our VSI crushers, our design is we have 2 motors, and no matter what kind of motor, what kind of models, all the machines we will use Siemens brand motors, and some important parts we will use import parts to make sure the high quality. And here, this is a rotary. This is a rotary assembly of the VSI crushers. We have the special design. See, we have because we considering the customers using, and we considering customers performance. So we have many special design to help the customers to make sure the spare parts working life is more longer than before. And we use a special high chrome and high manganese spare parts here. See, this part, this hammer or the impact plate, we make it in two pieces. And when the machine working, this middle part will wear very fast. But we have the special design, make two parts. When these parts wear out, you can change. Yes, and in this way we can make sure that the spare parts working life is longer than before. And of course, we will use the high quality materials to make sure the machine is working good. And here, after the crusher, after the feeder, jaw crusher, secondary crusher, if you need a good shape or need the sand, we will use VSI. But in the complete crushing line, you must need the vibrating screens. Yes, we also have the special design in our vibrating screens. This is a 2 motors vibrating screen. This is a 3 meter by 7 meters. And this one is our little small models, 1.8 meters by 4.5 meters. And this is a complete steel structure vibrating screens. Here, I introduce what's the main point, what's the main very new technology. Here you see 2 big motors. Yes, for the big capacity, for the 3 meter by 7 meters, these big models of vibrating screens, we will use 2 motors to make sure that the machine is working good. And the most important thing for the vibrating screen is a G-force. Yes, G-force. Yes, for our S5X series vibrating screens, the G-force is 4. It means that the frequency is much higher than the traditional one, and the capacity is very high. Yes, and here is a rubber. It's a spring. It's a spring, rubber springs. Rubber spring, what's the good point for the rubber spring is no noise, and the working life is longer than the traditional one. Maybe some traditional vibrating screen will use a steel type spring. Maybe 2 years or 3 years you need to change. But this one, rubber spring, the working life is longer than before. And when we send to the customers, this steel parts is together, we'll send to the customers. So no need to make other parts to support this spring or the motors. And in the motor side, you will see that there is a yellow color part. Yes, this one maybe traditional vibrating screens. The motor is connected with the shaft directly. Sometimes the shaft will be broken, damaged by motor. But we have considered this point, and we have a special design on this. The yellow parts we call the soft connector. The motor will connect with this part, and then this part connect with the shaft. It means that there's no damage and the working life is longer than before. And for the screen, here you will see there are many different colors, the yellow color, the red color, or green colors. The first layer, the green color, we will use the polyurethane materials, not the steel. For the big material, polyurethane vibrating screen is working life is 3 times longer than the traditional steel one. Yes, and here, please pay attention on the shaft. There is a cover, the green cover on the shaft, on top of the shaft. We will when we send to the customers, the green cover will send to the customer together. Because when the steel or when the stone sealed by the vibrating screen sometimes will wear the shaft. We have the cover to protect this point, and also this black color and the black color and this green color is protect the detailed part of vibrating screens. And here, see, we pay attention on the machine quality, and we make a very how to say, we make money improved in the machine quality, so that there will be no problem for the customers. And this part, for the third line, why we use steel screens? Because for the small size, like the 5 mm, 2 mm, the polyurethane vibrating screen mesh is not working very good. Maybe the material will be dense on the polyurethane vibrating screen. So the last vibrating layer, we, according to our experience, we will use a steel one. So today I introduced the complete line machines: the feeder, jaw crusher, impact crusher, cone crusher, and vibrating screen, and also the VSI. See, this one is our biggest crusher: hydraulic cone crusher, HGT crusher, and the HPT series hydraulic jaw crusher. HPT hydraulic cone crushers. So I think you have a clear idea about our machine and clear idea about SBM qualities. So I want to introduce again myself, Angela, and you can contact me by the WeChat, WhatsApp, and email. I can help you to choose suitable machines. There are thousands of suppliers in China and all over the world, and the price is different, quality is really different. But no matter you choose which supplier or which partner, you can ask me, and I will give you some good, and I will give you some suitable suggestion. Okay, thank you very much, and I hope that you can visit us, and we can have a long-term cooperation. Thank you.